Alright, so this week we're doing vegetable stir fry. I absolutely love vegetable stir fries because they are my favorite way to get in a variety of vegetables all in one sitting. So the vegetable stir fry I have today is going to have onion, mushrooms, broccoli, pepper, zucchini, carrots, red cabbage, and a homemade teriyaki sauce. And I'll explain what's in that teriyaki sauce later. And I'm also going to have roasted tofu, which is currently roasted in the oven. All you have to do is press out tofu. I like to press it out, cut it, and then put it in the freezer for 3 hours, and then take it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge, and let it defrost. That just makes sure it gets out any extra moisture so that when you roast it, it's completely roasted. So, to start with the stir fry, the first thing we're gonna do is saute onion. After you've sauteed the onion, you can also start to saute the mushroom. Onions and mushrooms are really high in a variety of nutrients, and they add a lot of depth of flavor to your ingredients. Also, broccoli is super nutrient dense. It has a lot of vitamins, minerals, like your fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, and also is a cruciferous vegetable. Cruciferous vegetables can actually be heart healthy. I mean, all vegetables are heart healthy, but you should definitely try to get in a lot of cruciferous vegetables in the day. So after I've cooked up the onion and the mushroom, I will add the pepper, I will add carrots and zucchini. Zucchini cooks really fast, so I'm going to cook that last. And then I'm going to add in the red cabbage with the zucchini because red cabbage also cooks up fast. And once all of that is sauteed to my liking, I will put a sauce in. And I will show you guys that in a sec. So while I'm cooking the vegetables, I'm going to quickly explain what's in the sauce and start the sauce. I have a separate pan. So we're making a teriyaki stir-fry sauce, and basically all it is rice vinegar, liquid aminos, water, which if you don't know what liquid aminos are, it's just a soy sauce alternative. You can also use tamari, that's completely fine. They're generally lower sodium alternatives to soy sauce, just because soy sauce does have a lot of sodium, which can increase your risk for hypertension if you consume too much sodium on a regular basis. So I realized while editing this video that I didn't really explain or have a justification for why I mentioned hypertension. So hypertension is what we call in the healthcare field a comorbidity or a co-condition. It can also be a primary condition. So let's say, for example, if someone had hypertension, they could also be at risk for cardiovascular disease, or vice versa. Someone with cardiovascular disease could also have hypertension. Both hypertension and cardiovascular disease affect the structure and function of the heart, and there are various mechanisms. It's all physiology and not really within the scope of this class. But I just wanted to make myself clear why I mentioned hypertension and how it relates to cardiovascular disease. So, water, garlic, ginger, and maple syrup. And then I also have a mixture. Oops. I have a mixture of water and cornstarch, which will help thicken it. And I accidentally put it in my vegetables. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to put this first bowl, which is all of the ingredients, which you can't really see, because if I dump it over, it's going to be dumped over. But I'm going to start that in a small saucepan, just to get it nice and warm. And then I'll add the cornstarch once it starts bubbling. So, I have to say, I'm the queen at making roasted tofu. If you use my steps, you will have perfect tofu every time. The last thing I did after I cooked all the vegetables and they were all nice and sauteed I added the sauce, and then I added 1 serving of cooked brown rice because you need your whole grains, and brown rice is a whole grain. And I added avocado and chili peppers because I like my stir fries hot. So you can kind of see that right there as my avocado falls. Look at how yummy. So now you can enjoy.